Hey again, great to have you. Yeah, okay, funny April Fool's joke. Well, if my producers are finished with the hilarity, let's get down to business. Starting today in Ukraine with news not at all welcome in some corners. Speaking of welcomes, President Bush getting a warm one in Kiev from his Ukrainian counterpart, Viktor Yushchenko. Hey, come on, sir, smile. And why not? While in Kiev, Mr. Bush announcing his full support for Ukraine and neighboring Georgia's bids to join NATO.
Ukraine now seeks to deepen its cooperation with the NATO alliance through a membership action plan. Your nation has made a bold decision, and the United States strongly supports your request.
Clearly, President Yushchenko happy to have Mr. Bush's support. Not so Russia, strongly opposed to any NATO expansion. And not all Ukrainians thrilled at the prospect either. Communists in Kiev here giving Mr. Bush and NATO a piece of their mind, although we think flashing the fig sign, maybe not so effective. We are against the aggressive NATO military bloc, says this veteran. And that darn bumpus dog keeps getting into my rose bed. Yeah, sorry, little joke. No joking around, however, about the anger that NATO still provokes. Many Ukrainians culturally tied to Russia also uneasy about NATO membership and the threat of being targeted by Moscow's missiles. Bad news this week for doomsayers. The end of the world hasn't happened. Darn! At least that's what members of this Russian doomsday cult might be thinking. If you could ask them, well, you can't, you see, because they're hiding. Underground, in a cave that's collapsing. The conditions persuading 14 members that God was telling them to get out. Russian authorities working to convince the remaining 14 to do likewise. Now, at last check, all 14 were in good health, but refused to come out, saying they're waiting for the end of the world later this month. Keep hope alive! To Argentina now, where surely President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner hoping for that country's strikes to end, and soon. Ms. Fernández at the Casa Rosada prodding farmers back to work, offering a few tax concessions. Grim-faced farmers' unions not impressed. Meanwhile, Argentines finding market shelves unusually bare, shortages of dairy, bread, chicken, and even, gasp, beef now widespread. Farmers vowing to continue blocking shipments and slowing production until they get what they want. President Fernández saying that she'll stand strong. Well, speaking of women standing strong, the first woman ever to serve as White House spokesman, Dee Dee Myers, joining our web chat this week. She'll be talking about her new book and taking your questions. And to join in, well, just get your boots walking over to our homepage and click on that link that says T2A. Start walking. So tell me, how's your day going so far? Any problems, annoyances, stress levels okay? Well, if not, then perhaps you need to take a swim with one of these guys.
They call him Flipper, Flipper, faster than lightning.
Now, the 1960s TV show is long gone from prime time, but today you can swim with Flipper virtually. Said to be a big stress reducer. You get the whole sensory deal, the virtual reality glasses, the headphones, the goofy lights, and the VibraSound liquid crystal mattress, whatever that is. Virtual dolphin therapy at Healing Arts Center you'll find only in California, of course. And the point is?
Rather than being in the water and swimming with dolphins and maybe experiencing a jellyfish or something, this is so much safer and
Oh, I see. It's a safety thing. But we would like to point out that after 45 minutes of looking like this, you may not be safe from being called a virtual dweeb. And I know from dweebs. Well, so much for today's download. We'll see you again tomorrow.